And hello, my friends, and welcome on board. My name is Derrick Fennell, and I'm your host on the NexGen Podcast. And you're right on time for takeoff. So take your seats, fasten your seatbelts, and sit back and enjoy the flight on the NexGen Podcast. Welcome on board. Well, hello, Ms. Sue Taylor, and welcome on board to NexGen Podcast. We're happy to have you on the air with us, and certainly hope you're having a fantastic day. You're looking fantastic and very fitting for the Mamasue brands. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who this lady is, she is Miss Frances Sue Taylor. She is also known as Mamasue, which is she's the brand. I guess it would be the
Brand ambassador
for Glass House
group.
Glass House Group. Yeah, the Glass House Group, which is also an organization that deals with cannabis, right?
Yes.
Is that okay? And Miss Taylor has a very interesting background, and we're going to get into that. But just to give you guys a little background on her, she's been profiled on CNN, Yahoo, Bloomberg, Forbes magazine, New York Times. She's a former Catholic school principal, which is really interesting. And so, Ms. Taylor, if you would just share with us, how did you get into this?
There are some days I ask that very question to myself.
Okay.
But
Okay.
It's been quite a journey. And if somebody had told me, I would say 15, 20 years ago, I would be in the cannabis industry, I'd say, oh, you've been smoking too much. Because I'm the most unlikely person to have come into this industry, but I have found it to be one of my most rewarding journeys, that I transitioned from Catholic school principal into the cannabis industry, because I'm an educator. And what I do now, I educate seniors about cannabis, and I'm the wellness part of the program of Glass House brands. A Glass House Group and Glass House brand are synonymous. It's the same company.
Okay.
And I got into the industry because my son Jamal and his wife Kishwa, they said, they called me. I was living in Atlanta. They called me and they said, my son called me. He said, Mom, I know how you could have this, that spiritual center you've always wanted, that meditation stuff and that wellness and all that foo-foo stuff. He said that you do. And so I says, well, how can I have that? So he said, it would be funded by a cannabis dispensary. I said, a cannabis dispensary? You talking about that marijuana stuff? He said, yes, Mom. I've been reading and learning, and it's a medicine. It could help cure people. You know how you always work talking about health and wellness and curing people? Well, it's the wellness part of the cannabis that we could do this. And mind you, back then it was only medical. It wasn't recreational like it is now. So it was also a nonprofit. So when I would have the yoga people come in, do the meditation, the chiropractors and the acupuncturists come in, we would pay them, because you don't keep the money in the nonprofit. You have to put it right back. So it was perfect. It was a perfect model for me to get that wellness center that I've always wanted, to begin it there. And we built our own dispensary out, and I had a room especially to educate seniors about cannabis.
Wow, that is amazing. That's an amazing journey there. So talking about education, I've also learned that you are only one of two people in the whole state of California that can teach the medical industry about cannabis. Am I correct in that?
Yes, somewhat. Now, but you have to be mindful.
Hmm.
This, I don't know if it's still the same because this was about, oh, I would say at least 10 years ago because I've
Hmm.
been in the industry a very long time. And at that time, it was only one other person who was certified to teach the medical cannabis program to
Hmm. Hmm.
nurses and also give them CEUs toward their continuing education units that they needed every
Hmm.
year if
Hmm.
they took my class, my educational class about cannabis. And so I
Ah,
was granted by the Social Service Department, State Department in California with that certification. And to this day, I still have that certification.
ah,
In a few months, it's up for renewal, and I plan to renew it again.
wow. Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. That's quite amazing. Now, um, I know that you've been interviewed by CNN and how did man all these major Bloomberg and New York Times. How did that come about? Tell me. Forbes magazine. How did you land that?
Uh, I they found me.
Wow.
They found me. I didn't go seek out any of these people.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Bloomberg was the first to come,
Okay.
interviewed me for 2 or 3 days. And to be
Mhm.
quite frank with you, I had no idea who Bloomberg was. And so I called because, I was new. I don't, and so, uh, called my son. I said, listen, this man want to come and want me to hang out with me for 2 days. I said, I don't know who he is. He wants to take
Mhm.
me to lunch. So he said, okay, mom, I'll come with you. Right. And
Mhm.
so he came with me. And in that, while we were sitting, he said, so my son asked him who he was. He said, I'm Mooney from Bloomberg. So my son said, Bloomberg? You're from Bloomberg? Really? You came to visit to interview my mom? He said, yes. We find her incredible, and she's working with seniors, a
Wow.
group of people that most people have forgotten about.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
and all of these people, the Bloomberg, Dr. Sanjay Gupta from CNN, Forbes
Yeah, yeah, I
magazine.
heard about. Yeah, you interviewed with him. You were on CNN with him. Is that correct?
Yes, I was. I
Oh,
was
wow.
um, Anderson Cooper show with
Wow.
Dr. Gupta.
Okay.
You find it on just
Wow.
Google it but he came too and interviewed me for 2 days.
Yeah.
Quite
I mean,
recently, actually, quite recent.
yeah. And you've been interviewed on Sway in the Morning, right? Sway in the Morning. You know, uh, you know. So you're hitting the full gamut there. You're hitting the seniors as well as the young folks. Now, tell us why it's important seniors and that younger energy merge. You have a interesting take on that. Share with us that interesting take of of the seniors and the younger generation. What to share
Yes,
with us? This is a
sure, sure. Now, just to be clear, my love and my passion are seniors, and I don't call them seniors. They are elders. I call them wisdom keepers. We are
yes.
wisdom keepers. And the younger generation, I have a large following because I live the life I teach. And I I don't take a pill to manage my health. I'm totally healthy. I'm very active. Um, of physically, I work out. I
Hmm.
do it all.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm I'm thriving. And more
Okay.
importantly, I'm
Okay.
happy.
Okay.
I'm healthy, wealthy, and happy.
All right.
So
Give
as
you a
I
shout out on
age,
that. Yes. Yes.
and
That's
look,
all right.
and what I say is, who's going to save the world? is the energy of these young people, coupled with the wisdom of us elders, of us
Mm-hmm.
wisdom
Mm-hmm.
keepers,
Mm-hmm.
joining together to create better families, better communities, better governments, resulting in a better world. The wisdom keepers, the younger generation, need us. They haven't experienced what we've experienced.
Mm-hmm.
We have the know-how, we have the calmness, we have the things that we have experienced, as well as what we have done in our lives to share with the young people who are trying to find purpose. Now,
Mm-hmm.
be mindful of this. The young people are trying to find purpose, and elders who, after we retire from one segment of our lives, like me, I was a Catholic school principal. Well, I transitioned into the cannabis industry, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm bringing the young and the old together. You
Mm-hmm.
see, that's who's going to save the world. We need the younger people. They have technology like this. They have new ideas, innovative ideas, but they don't have our wisdom. We have
This
it.
is That's awesome. You're absolutely right. And this is a perfect segment to talk about that technology and the AI segment of the world today. The world, how the world is transitioning with this new technology, seniors and AI. And tell me your experience of how you use AI, or have you used AI? Do you use AI into uh, what you're doing right now, as a matter of fact? Speak on
Well,
that. Share with
well,
us.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. If you had asked me about AI to anything about AI, I didn't want to have anything to do with it.
Hmm.
Nothing at all.
Hmm.
Artificial intelligence, no way. No way, no way. I believe in infinite intelligence is what I tell everybody. But I tell you, since I've been uh, listening to your podcast and talking with you, um, I've changed my mind about how I feel about AI, and I use it
Okay.
as a tool.
Okay.
It's a
All right.
tool.
That is
And
exactly
once
what
I
it
put
is.
it into that perspective, I was able to join the spirituality component along with using the tool of AI, with the infinite intelligence, with the artificial intelligence.
Now, expound on that a bit for me. The infinite intelligence with the wisdom of AI and the wisdom of seniors and the AI technology. Can you expound on what, for those of out there who don't understand what you mean by that? Can you clarify for us what that means?
Yes, I'm a very spiritual person. I conduct my life in the spiritual realm. And with AI, it was artificial intelligence. And I
Mm-hmm.
dealt with infinite
Mm-hmm.
intelligence, which is the creator, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And most seniors do. We're close to our creator. But learning, and for the things I've learned from you and taking your classes and taking your prompts, I witnessed how it could help me, how the joint, it could be joined together.
Mm-hmm.
Those two venues
Mm-hmm.
could work together. And this
Okay.
is what I do.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm, say, making an email or writing my book or want anything,
Mm-hmm.
when I get first I ask the creator to guide me in it and guide AI in helping me
Mm-hmm.
come up with the answer that I want,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
reflective of me.
Mm-hmm.
And AI does that. So that was my number one thing. I said, oh gosh, this could be a help if I use it as a tool like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not as my
Mm-hmm.
all in all, but a
Mm-hmm.
tool to enhance the gifts that I already have. Just make it better. Make me better.
Mhm. Mhm.
and how to articulate it, if that makes sense.
It does. Oh, wow. That's a very powerful statement. And basically, what I'm interpreting is that you go to that infinite source. You pray and ask for the guidance to bring about what you would like to bring about, and then uh, you begin on it, and then you use AI to help you after prompting it for what you want it to do for you, and then it spits it out. And is that an accurate way to
Yes,
state it?
but no, I didn't know how to do that until I've worked with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I learned it,
Oh well, thanks.
how to do that. So I'm
Yeah.
appreciative of having a trusted person to walk me through unfamiliar territory, because
Okay.
most
Okay.
seniors are like me,
Mm-hmm.
are like, we're used to being comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And when we challenge with something new, we become well, I'll speak for myself. I become very frightened and don't want to do it. But
Mm-hmm.
this is
Mm-hmm.
what I know in living these 78 years
Mm-hmm.
is only through these challenges and stepping into the unknown do you grow.
Okay. Well,
You
thank you.
have
Thank
to
you.
embrace those challenges, that unknown part,
Mm-hmm.
or you stay stuck.
Okay. Wow.
So
This
this
you
is a
you
way of the future.
you're sharing some very powerful information, and I hope people will take what you're saying and not just listen, but actually em- embrace it and utilize it in their world. Share with us some of the things that you got coming on in the future. What are some of the what are some of your things you got planned that's coming up now?
Well,
Share.
I'm telling you, this at 78, I'm just keeping it going.
Okay. Now you're doing more than keeping it going. You are.
Okay, look,
Yeah. Go ahead.
my latest venture, what I've just completed, um, I've just written my second book. I've just finished it, and it's called Redefining Aging.
Okay. Share us with.
Rede well,
Yeah. Share with
redefining,
us about that. Go ahead.
yeah, redefining aging. Look, here in America, mostly,
Hmm.
we're depicted is when you're 50, it's all downhill.
Hmm.
You know, your life is over.
Hmm.
You're done. And hey, they put you out to the pasture,
Hmm.
like they do do the cows and
Yeah, they're
out.
trying to do that to me right now. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, no. Okay. And
uh,
so,
uh,
but see, because we're living longer and taking much better care of ourselves, I retired from the Catholic school principal, but now I'm on my next venture.
mhm,
So the younger people, the youth and the elders are both looking for purpose after they retire,
mhm,
say at 55,
mhm,
looking for
mhm,
purpose. The young people are looking for purpose to see what they want to do.
mhm,
We are looking for our next venture into the
mhm,
world after we
mhm,
retire. And
mhm,
that's the time when you are elder, when you're a senior,
mhm,
you get to do what you want to do. You get to do what you love to do.
mhm,
You create, before we went into the fields that was going to pay us the most money.
mhm, mhm.
But that's not necessarily the skills you came here on this earth to do.
Okay.
We
Okay.
came here on this earth to make a difference, to make the world a better place because we lived. Because we lived. That's where the energy goes for us elders. We
Mhm.
get to do what we want to do and we can make money from it.
Okay.
And AI is a tool that can help us put that together.
Mhm.
Don't be
Now let.
afraid of it. I'm telling every senior, yes, I was. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I'm guilty of being a naysayer, being
Mhm.
afraid of it, being afraid of the unknown. Unknown. But I've stepped into it. and it has enhanced what I'm putting out there. It
Okay.
doesn't do it
Okay.
for me. I won't let
Okay.
it.
Okay.
It enhances what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it's supposed to do. It's a lot of people have this fear that we as human as AI, AI is this robot that's going to take over the world, and us as humans are going to become useless because AI, and that's not, there are concerns about AI that we all have to be aware of, and uh you know uh did you have some of those concerns, like what were some of your big concerns when you first started using AI? Can you give me an example of something
You
that?
know, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I didn't know that much about AI that I do now, but being a beginner thinking about AI, I was more concerned about I couldn't do it, that it was too
Mm-hmm.
hard. It was too difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I was more concerned, and know this, I've been discriminated against most of my life. I didn't want another thing holding me down or making me fearful because I didn't know something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see? But
Mm-hmm.
this is one thing I do that I do want to bring into this mix. I plunge in the ocean. I do
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
cryotherapy.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh I and I take ice baths.
Whoa.
Um and let me tell you why I do it.
Okay, go ahead.
I do it because it's hard. I do it because it challenges me.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I walk out to the ocean, I have to talk myself into getting to the ocean. So I'm dealing with those uncomfortable feelings. I'm dealing with that uneasiness, but I do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Life life is just not uh a breeze, right?
Right.
Life is ups and downs, but it's to know this. Mama Sue's words of wisdom. Challenges. You don't run away from challenges.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
hit them first on. You
Mm-hmm.
walk right through those challenges.
Mm-hmm.
If you aren't challenged, you don't grow. You don't grow. So I get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Because I've been here. I've been through this before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they turned you down for this. That's okay. I've been through that before. I know how
Right.
to get through it.
That's
It
awesome.
just makes you stronger.
Yeah, that's
It
awesome.
just makes you stronger.
Now I know also that switch lanes again. Talk a little bit more about cannabis. I know you have a product called Mamasue Wellness.
Yes.
Tell us about that. That.
Okay. I have I have 4 products now.
Mhm.
Um, Everyday Wellness is my latest one.
Mhm.
It's high CBD,
Mhm.
high CBG, and high CBC, and
Mhm.
those are it gets really inflammation in the body.
Mhm.
I mentioned at the early part of the show, I don't take a pill to manage my body.
Do you
Um,
smoke? Do you smoke?
no, no, I'm not.
Ha-
I
Have you ever
don't.
smoked?
I don't smoke, and my products are not. It's fine for those people who want that,
Mhm.
but I just never gravitated to it. That's why they
Mhm.
call me the Mother Teresa of cannabis. But
Okay.
I have tinctures.
Okay.
I have 2 tinctures,
Mhm.
everyday wellness,
Mhm.
and then I have one for anxiety and
Mhm.
pain.
Mhm.
And both are high CBD,
Mhm.
very low THC.
Mhm.
But the pain one has some THC because you can't separate the plant.
Mhm.
You have to, they work synergistically, the CBD and the THC.
Okay.
You just have to monitor the amounts of it.
Okay. Okay.
And so, and my latest, now I'm coming up with a balm. It's called the Athlete Balm. It's for mainly for athletes because when athletes are playing, sometimes they shoot them up on the sideline and send them back out there. Well, we have creams that'll go on the body. You can't get it yet. It's coming out on the market in a few months, but it works. I look for any kind of way to heal the body without taking a pill, unless
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to die. Unless they say,
Mm-hmm.
if she don't take this pill now, she's going to die. I look for alternative ways.
Mm-hmm.
I do
Mm-hmm.
acupuncture, I do chiropractor, I do yoga, I do Pilates,
Wow.
I exercise,
Mm-hmm.
and I eat well
Mm-hmm.
most of the time.
Okay. Okay.
I
Wow.
eat well most of the time. And
Yeah.
not all the time, because I'll say, oh, I don't eat this. And then when somebody see me eating ice cream, I thought you didn't on any
Mm.
given Sunday, especially if I'm with my grandkids, you
Okay.
know,
Okay. That's
I'm going to
awesome.
eat yeah. And so, um, life's a dance for
It
for for
truly is.
anyone who's on the dance floor.
Yeah, that's true. I
And you
agree
have to
100%.
you have to participate in life. If they get nothing from this interview, you have to be a participant in life. Given the gifts came here, you were each and every one of you listen to this podcast. You were
Mm-hmm.
born with gifts and talents.
Mm.
You were
Okay.
born with it.
Okay.
And how you recognize what they are, they come very easily to you. But we take them for granted.
Wow. Yeah.
We take them
Yeah.
for granted because, oh, nobody will pay me for that. It comes so easily for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give myself as an example.
Mm-hmm.
I went in, I was the principal, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so I did that. And so somebody said, oh, and then when I go to meetings, everybody would listen. They said, oh, you should be a speaker. I said, oh, no, that would never, no, I just talk. But that's one of my greatest gifts. My creator gave me the ability to speak. And I'm so successful at it, Mr. Fennell, is because I love the work that I do. I love helping people,
Mm-hmm.
especially seniors and the
Mm-hmm.
young people.
Mm-hmm.
And this is key because I genuinely care.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
care about people's well-being. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
who they are. I don't care what age they are.
Mm-hmm.
I will empower them.
Mm-hmm.
I will remind them of who they are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If they forget, I could see it right away where their talents are.
Mm.
They were born
Wow.
with gifts and talents, and they have to step out into that, and I can encourage them. I don't care who they are. I can spot what their gifts and talents are shortly, and I inspire them to be the person they came here to be.
Okay. Okay. That's powerful. That's powerful. We definitely need in this day and time, we need more people like you on this planet.
Oh, thank you.
So, yeah.
Mm.
So, this has been a fantastic interview. I want to say thank you for taking the time to share with me. And is there any one thing that you want to leave the audience with? How can they get in touch with you if they need to get in touch with you about any products or services that you would like them to share with them? So, any one thing you want to leave us a grandiosis right now.
Yes. For one, the message to all of everyone who hear this podcast: be the best you. Be the person you came here to be. If you're not enjoying what you do, find something that you are ecstatic about doing, that it doesn't feel like work. They say, oh, nobody might not pay me for that because it feels so good when you're doing the work. That's where your money is. That's how you get it. And on Instagram, I'm Sue Taylor Wellness, and I'm also Mamasue Wellness with my Glass House group.
Mm-hmm.
And you could also reach me at glasshousegroup.com on the website.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and let's see, where else? I'm on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook. And I forgot where else, where I'm they tell me But anyway, it's just an exciting life at
Okay.
78 years old.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. That is, I want to grow up and be just like you. I just want
It's
to say thank you for coming on the podcast and sharing it with us. You definitely have exemplified what next gen podcast where where technology meets wisdom. You exemplify that, or wisdom meets technology.
Yes, I
That's
like
what it
that phrase
is.
better.
Yeah,
It's
where
wisdom
wisdom
meets
meets
technology.
technology. So, and I just want to say
Yeah.
thank you for sharing your
It,
wisdom with us. And I hope we ever have an opportunity to bring you back. I would love to have you. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you, Miss Sue Taylor,
thank you
and
for
to you
having me.
guys that have joined us. I hope you found this to be informative, to be effective, to be knowledgeable. And I want to say thank you for joining Next Gen Podcast, where wisdom meets technology. Thank you.